What's up, everybody? Just gonna go ahead and open my Field Pulse app here, get everything going. Going to head out and see a customer. Today I have about 4 yards to do. Now it might not sound like much because I am a small business. It definitely is a full-time, part-time job, but it's not a full-blown 8-hour shift day. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is actually to sit down and talk to you guys about 3 tips that I could give you of mistakes that I have done. Small business owner in a landscaping / contractors type work, and help you guys understand my mistakes so that you don't do them as well. The first mistake that I'm going to discuss with you guys is business insurance. Now, it's an unfortunate incident. I don't know if you guys can see behind me. I am using my truck because I no longer have my trailer. Equipment, trailer, all that stuff got stolen. And unfortunately, with the type of insurance that I have, which was the cheapest one possible because I'm only part-time, you know, I don't have that many clients to have a real good insurance. When my equipment got stolen, process the claim, it took a very long time. And I'm not gonna name the insurance that I had. You know, you guys go out, do your research, and make your best judgment. What I'm trying to say actually is what you get what you paid for. I got the cheapest insurance possible that I could find. I had maybe $9,000 worth of equipment. Edgers, string trimmers, blowers, small lawn garden tools, sprayers, lawnmower, and on zero-turn mower. And that's about $9,000 worth of equipment. The trailer itself also about $2,000. You know, it just got stolen. And unfortunately, when I made a claim, all that stuff I purchased used. I kept my receipts, bill of sale receipts, and all that stuff. I got roughly, not gonna give you guys an exact amount, but I got about $2,000 back from my insurance. $2,000 is pretty much as I could buy a trailer for. That excludes all the equipment that I had and my ride-on mower. My advice when you're out shopping for a insurance company for your business, read the fine print, ask all the questions that you need to. Are you going to be covered if this happens? What happens if X and O happens? And make sure you just get clarification on all of that stuff. All right, I'll give you guys tip number 2 as soon as I get to the customer's lawn and start working on it. All right, guys, I am done. This house took me roughly about 50 minutes, front and back. And here's the after. All right, so I gotta put this back for the client because he doesn't like people parking on his lawn, so he puts these indicators that it's a no parking zone. This job complete in my Field Pulse app. And we'll talk about Field Pulse in tip number 3. Okay, on to the next destination. Tip number 2, starting your business and trying to make a name for yourself. It's okay to, you know, do some yards at $40, $45, whatever the case, you know, as long as it's a decent small yard, not too much work involved, etc., and it's just lawn work. I did that, and I did that in the past. A lot of the clients that I received was because of my cheap prices. That's fine if you're going to start out. That's how you get your clientele. Your clientele gives you referrals, and you start accumulating clients. When that is not fine is after a certain time. You gotta really sit down, open up a spreadsheet, an Excel, anything, a Word document, and just put your time, your gas for your equipment, the square footage of that yard, the amount of edge work. Is there a garden bed that they're asking you to pull weeds? Are there shrubs and trees that maybe you have to keep trimmed? All of that, and just start adding slowly your price. If it costs me only just to show up to a lawn $35, $45, that's just to show up and mow. That's it. If it requires a lot of edge work, that may be another $5, depending on how much edging. So that $45 now increases to $50. If it requires maintaining shrubs at a certain, because they don't want it to overgrow, that's an extra $10. So now that 50 turns into 60. And so on and so on and so on. And you also gotta accumulate the changes of the time. And what I mean by that is, lately gas has increased a lot, and it's no longer $2.50, $2.30, it's $3.60, you know? So you got to take that into consideration as well. Now, my advice there is, do not, and I repeat, do not go from one day to the next and increase a customer's invoice. If you're charging a customer $50, wait until the end of the year to give them the new price and a new contract. Okay, don't, because all of a sudden now gas is up. Yes, you got to make your money, you're going to lose a little bit of profit, but don't the next month after gas increases, hey, have you seen the price of gas, Mr. or Mrs.? Well, I need to increase my price like now. Give them time, let them know, and that way you could also lock them in for 8 months, 10 months, 12 months, whatever your contract is, you know? So at the end of the year, I send out renewal letters. Those renewal letters contain two things: a monthly service fee and a yearly service fee if they want to pay for the whole year up front at a discounted price. Right? So let's say their entire year is $360 to maintain their lawn. Monthly, that will be an equivalent of whatever, 40, 50 bucks, right? But if they want to save money, instead of $350, they could only give me $310 for the entire year. They don't have to pay me again. They got a discount. I got my money to just go out and mow. To get your feet wet in the business, guys, I advise you to start charging correctly. Include all of your costs, your time, your equipment, the gas, the mileage, etc., 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 at a reasonable price, and make your money worth. Okay, so that is for tip number 2 that I could give you. All right, guys, I just got home. I finished up my day, but let's get to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is simply managing your time. I'm not talking about when you go out and mow. I'm talking about the time that it takes for a lot of additional tasks outside of a client's yard. No lie, was utilizing, I would say, about 4 to 5 apps to manage my inventory, my scheduling, my customer contact stuff, my renewal letters, payment processing. I was utilizing a bunch of different apps that were free. You know, you click open this app, do one thing, click open this other app, do another thing, click here, click there, click there. It was just all over the place. Sometimes I'll even forget what I did. There's no checklist here, so sometimes I'll even forget what I did. So what I'm trying to get to is managing your time correctly is also important. Take that into consideration. I like to do things very professionally, so I like to keep records and invoices and pay my taxes at the end of the year. So I need to keep records of all that stuff. I also need to add new clients when they appear. I need to keep my recurring clients happy. It goes on and on and on. It's not as simple as pick up a client, go mow, and you're done. There's a lot of background stuff that goes involved with this that a lot of people don't discuss on YouTube, but I like to let you guys know. This is not to scare you from job if this is a path that you want to take. This is just so that you know that there are other things involved that require some additional time that you need to put to the side for yourself. With that being said, this video is sponsored by FieldPulse. FieldPulse is a all-in-one management system for all types of general contracting, plumbing, electrician, landscape, on and on and on and on and on. Everything that I just spoke about, you could pretty much do in that one single app, and it's done. My routes put in, I have my scheduling put in. All I have to do is click the app and say, okay, I'm on the way to this client. When I'm done with that client, I click job completed, and it tells me what is my next venture to. I head that way, and etc, etc. And while I'm done with that client, as soon as I'm done, I could invoice them on the spot. I could even charge their card if they have a card on file, so I don't have to wait for any sort of payment. If they pay me, I could check off their receive payments, my invoices, I could upload them there. It's all available to me right there at the end of the year that I need to do for my small business in my taxes. So I don't have to dig around through documents. I don't have to look for what I put in this app, what I missed out in this, what I didn't do here, what I missed, you know. That just gets a little bit frustrating and time consuming, and FieldPulse greatly reduced the time that it took me to do all of that. And like I said, I have everything right there in that one platform. I'm not saying that this is the way to go, but if you want to be very efficient in your contracting business, definitely I would say give them a try. Now, with that being said, if you're a little bit hesitant, if you want to try FieldPulse, I would recommend that you contact them and ask them for a demo. Check them out. I have a link down in the description. I utilize them, and just so you guys know that I'm not faking around, you know, I can talk all the talk that I want, but you guys can see right there, FieldPulse. Okay, I use them all the time, and I have all my stuff there, so I highly recommend it, especially if you're already moving up and this is going to be a career path for you. Just make it easy for you on the get-go, and it'll be a lot smoother down the road. If this is already a career path that you have, it's very, very simple to bring in all of the clientele that you currently have, put them on a schedule, invoice them, etc. on the app. There's a lot of services that FieldPulse provides, and one of them is giving you guys a customer service rep personally for you that could assist you with all of that merging of the data over to FieldPulse. Highly suggest you check them out. Check out their demo software if this interests you, and then once you see the demo, if it continues to interest you, sign up. You will not regret it. I use it and I have had no issues with them. Hope these tips were informative for you guys in your contracting career path, in your lawn care career path. This is a field that is profitable if you do things the right way. Will I decide to go full-time later on? That's all to be determined. I started this journey 4 years ago now, and you know, things are looking good. And with that being said, guys, leave a comment down below. Peace.